What's going on, guys? Scopamar TV here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about men's mental health. As y'all know by now, it is Men's Mental Health Month. I know that this topic do not get covered. It probably won't be covered as much in the media, but over here at Scopamar TV, I will be covering this topic every year on that month. You know what I'm saying? First thing we're going to talk about is a post made by Chris Brown. And then we are going to be doing some reactions to other folks talking about men's mental health as I give my commentary and my thoughts about how I feel in regards to this month. Now, Chris Brown made a post saying that, fun fact, I like to sneak out by myself when I'm in different cities. It helps me feel human and normal. That's really important for my mental due to the fact that I just can't walk around freely during the day. Keeps me grounded. Being secluded from some parts of everyday life activities will drive you insane. Being isolated all the time. Cook, remain humble and grateful. Now, being a celebrity is somewhat like being a rich prisoner. Seriously, it might sound a little harsh, but I could only imagine, you know what I'm saying, the limitations that he has in terms of his freely being able to move about whenever he wants. At the end of the day, he can't just get up and go because of his safety for security reasons, and that got to feel very restrictive. Even though he can just jump on a plane, go to any different countries, at the same time, his movements are being monitored. Wherever he goes, he's like a walking bank. He's a walking bank account. So people, the labels, everybody that's invested in him, everybody that's, getting paid from him being famous, gotta check in with him all the time to know where he is. And that gotta be exhausting, which is why, what I'm saying, the man says he gotta sneak out from time to time in different cities, probably all over the world, just to feel normal again. Maybe to go put the mask on, pretend like he got a flu or something, and go buy a cup of coffee. That kind of thing probably means the world to somebody like him, because at the end of the day, the minute he takes that mask down, there'll be like 100 people outside just wanting to take pictures. He got to run away. You know what I'm saying? But what I really want to talk about is men's mental health. A lot of the times during this month, you got men's mental health, you got Father's Day. A lot of the times, men have to take their mental health more seriously, and we have to be the one to make sure to highlight this month and make it matter to people who do not care, because it's easy to not care when there's phrases out there that says man up, man up. You're feeling down? Man up. You're feeling like you can't do it anymore? Man up. No matter what, there's that phrase that gets thrown in little boys' faces, grown men's faces, that says, you know what? You got to put that Superman plate on, and you got to pretend that everything is okay. And no matter how much pain you're in, you cannot cry. Who do men cry to? Where should men go to cry? You're not able to cry. You cry. To some people, you look soft. To some people, they call you sassy. You know what I'm saying? There's all these new terms, these new terminologies that they use to describe a man that expresses himself. I remember back in the days when women used to complain about men need to get more in touch with their sensitive side. These were days where men never talk about how they feel about anything. And these were days where the phrase happy wife, happy life was reigning supreme. The days when men would just go to work, shut up, go home, go to work, shut up, go home, until they are no longer part of this earth. And nobody would know what their dreams were, what their aspirations were, nothing. They had nothing to them. They had no hobbies. They just was fat, going to work, go home, take care of the wife, and that's it. That's your whole life. Nowadays, men have realized that they're worth more than just money. There's more to life than just going to work and making other people happy. Because guess what? You're here living your life. You got to have something else other than just the job. You are more than just your career. At the end of the day, you got to look about what do you like to do? What is your purpose? What are you living for? Do you have a hobby? Are you just trying to fulfill somebody else's dream? What exactly are you doing for you? Because some people go to the gym, like myself. I go to the gym, I do music, I like to travel. You know what I'm saying? I like to go take photography, shoot videos. There's many little hobbies that I pick up along the way. I work in my yard. There's many things that I do to keep myself from going crazy, outlets that I try to explore to keep myself from losing myself. And I would encourage all men out there to make sure that you are finding your path, and don't be shy to try things. Don't be shy to turn on a video camera and do some recordings, talking to the camera, getting comfortable, taking, photos, or doing a hobby, getting into the gym, getting into shape. Because one of the main things for any man's confidence in this world is to be in shape. When you're a man in shape, it's almost as if you feel like you have superpowers. The minute you lose that gut in front of you, my friend, your personality will increase in a massive way. You know what I'm saying? No lie. I just left the doctor's office. I did an EKG. The lady said, take your shirt off. I did not feel bad doing that because I work out. No lie. You feel confident about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I would encourage all men, make sure that you take very good care of yourself physically and mentally. Now, let's go over and hear what some people got to say in regards to men's mental health.
Men have taken the very serious issue of mental health and have personalized it just to them. Men are not the only ones who struggle with mental health issues.
She does have a really good point, because she is a burning example of the fact that men are not the only ones with mental health issues, and she's just letting hers shine all the way across the internet. Here you go, girl. Here's that 1 cup of attention you ordered. Drink up. We can all tell you're really thirsty. Let me say this slowly, because I can tell that you're somebody who's just not that good with comprehension. Men's mental health has been marginalized and stigmatized for, well, always. And in the meantime, men make up the majority of suicides. Men make up the majority of people who struggle with substance abuse issues. And if we talk about...
Let me say something. The majority of self-unaliving is men. What does that tell you? That tells you that there are a lot of men out there that are not able to speak their mind, that are feeling useless, that are feeling worthless, that are feeling invisible. There was an experiment done by a lady that she dressed up like a man, dated women, and she got to feel how men felt. She never lived long. I think she took her own, and went out onto the other world. We have to take this thing very seriously. It's a very serious topic. And if you're somebody out there right now that is feeling like you do not matter, let me say this, you do matter. And one thing I always tell guys, it is better for people not to like you because you speak your mind, but they will respect you. So speak your mind. Ignore the name calling. Yeah, they want to call you sassy. They want to call you names. You got that off your chest. But do not suppress your feelings for anybody, because it will be detrimental to you.
About our feelings, that means that we're weak. And if we don't talk about our feelings, that means that we're toxic. You take every new mental health catchphrase that you could possibly get your grubby little hands on and you weaponize it against men. You're toxic, gaslighting, narcissist. I'm not going to silently put up with the stigma anymore, and if that's a problem for you, you can kick rocks and flip-flops while you go chase traffic. Instead of complaining about women not having their own mental health month, start one. You clearly need it. Ooses.
And there you have it. All that was stated in that video was facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear what she got to say.
I'm tired of hearing y'all women talk about men's mental health does not affect me. Yes, the fuck it does. The only reason why it has yet to affect you is because you're not asking the men in your life, are they actually going through something mentally? You probably have yet.
Now, I'm going to stop her video right there because she does a lot of cursing. Now, what I want to say in regards to what she said in the first couple of lines is that these ladies are not asking their men, are you okay? They do not care. A lot of them do not care. And I'm going to say this, man. If you're a man and you find yourself a woman that looks at you as a human being, I'm talking about taking your feelings into consideration. I'm talking about treating you the same way or better that like she treats her best friend. Keep her, my friend. If she treats you just like she treats her best friend, she's a keeper because she values you as a person and as a human being. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to think about when it comes to, being around people that care about your mental well being. Now, let's get into the comments of what people had to say about Chris Brown. Somebody says, that poor man can't walk around without being crowded. People need to remember celebrities are human too. Somebody else says, so I'm going to think every YN is Pooh Shiesty Mask is Breezy. Another person says, they're about to start hosting scavenger hunts to find this man now. Anyways, basically you're saying Chris Brown is out at nighttime. But, we all know what it means, man, when he says he got to try to feel normal. It's a part of being human, like he said. And it goes for people that are not celebrity. If you find yourself working all the time, take off and feel human again. Even if it is to look at your ceiling in your house, just to look at your ceiling and say, wow, this is my house. Take off and feel human again. Because working all the time is bad. It is bad. And I'm going to tell you guys this firsthand. I had a bad thing happen to me Sunday where my heart felt horrible. Had to be taken to the hospital. Thankfully, I'm okay, but I was working a lot, and I'm going to encourage you guys, make sure you take off to look at your house, lay in your bed, and feel human again. With that said, until next time, Scopamar TV, I'm out.